And task 3, question 3. Now, once again, we're looking at the A-type level. So if you're not necessarily aiming for an A, have a go at these, but these aren't the be-all and end-all. In some instances, students who tackle types of problems like this and find some fluency, well, they can do them quite easily, they choose to have a go at General Maths 2, which is slightly up the road from this particular course. Question 3, we've got a 6 metre ladder leaning against a wall. So I've just drawn a rough sketch, and that's the 6 metre ladder. It's foot 2.5 metres away from the wall. Now I'll just draw what is becoming very clearly a right angle triangle. Sketch that in a little bit more heavily. Now if it's a decently built wall, that will be the right angle. And I've got a footing 2.5 metres. I'll just draw that below separately, so some of you might see it more clearly. Please notice I'm not paying any attention to scale. It looks about right. I'm happy with what I've drawn. So be it. That's my unknown. I'm going to call it A. Now in this case we know the hypotenuse and we know one of the other lengths. Always rewrite Pythagoras' formula. Six squared is 36. 2.5 squared is 6.25. Now, I'm going to rewrite that so it reads from left to right. Now, what I've got to do now, I've got to get rid of that 6.25. Now, to do that, I'm going to subtract that from both sides. I'll need my calculator in order to do that. And that's 29.75. As we did before, the square root. Notice I'm using a fair bit of paper with this. And that's 5.45 metres. And that doesn't look unreasonable. It must reach a shorter distance up the wall than the ladder, otherwise the ladder will be plumb up against the wall. So 5.45 metres. Continuing on with question 3, if that ladder was to move 1 metre further out from the wall, it's now 3.5 metres out from the wall. And question B is really a repeat of what we did in A. I've written the formula, worked my numbers out, done the squaring, taken the 12.25 from both sides, and clearly the answer isn't 23.75. I could have written A squared is equal to 23.75 there. So I take the square root and my answer 4.87 metres. Please note this is at the A end, but if you've been able to follow this and like to try it again yourself, feel free to.